I'm Rachel Wingfield and I run a design studio here in London called Loop.bh, and we describe it as a spatial laboratory. So one of the things that we explore in the studio is creating experiences and environments in public space for people to explore alternative futures. So we're working on a new project right now which is called the Horticultural Spa, which is looking very much at water scarcity and how to celebrate new types of technologies and social models of using less water. So the Horticultural Spa is essentially a piece of temporary architecture that is part greenhouse and part pneumatic bubble, so very large, transparent, inflatable cell, and it sits in 9 elms and it's together with the Vauxhall partnership there. So people will be invited to enter this greenhouse space, which essentially is a living library with green plants and different herbs integrated into the shelving, and then they'll be ushered into a space where we have this most incredible medicinal fog which fills this space. And we're running through different sessions in the day that look at how this fog can energise and calm and really heckles, and looking at very specific essences of plants that we're putting into this Pendred fogging systems, who are supplying the fog machine, which they generally supply to the agricultural industry to sort of preserve and keep plants alive. Really busy in the studio right now. The one thing that we do is design and fabricate absolutely everything in-house, right the way from this parametrically designed timber structure all the way through to the inflatable. So we have a lot of people working downstairs, stitching and bonding and making this inflatable structure. So this greenhouse is an archway that is inviting. So the archway is really key in all of the pieces of work that we do. Almost Gothic in its form. It's all been kind of CNC cut ply timber that's then sort of slot fit together, and the actual structure of the piece becomes the housing and shelving system for all of our many herbs. We've got people coming in that are running meditation classes in the mist, we're running workshops, we're looking at how to make spring tonics. We've got this amazing herbalist who's going to be working with us, so there's loads of activities going on. So
London-based spatial design studio by Rachel Wingfield and wanted to recreate the social space once provided by the communal bathhouse. Futuristic Spa makes plants and humans happy, a prototype for a future space habitat. It's actually more spiritual, akin to the British bathhouse. Inspired by contemporary thinking on how future cities might deal with the water shortage, which producing more of their own food. A slit in the plastic skin allows visitors to slip into the misty interiors where scented vapor produced by adding essential oils and plants extract to water is pumped into the bubble-like dome. Aromatic mists were developed with medicinal herbalists which advised on the properties of each plant and will be dispersed through a nebulizer fog machine more typically used in agriculture warehouses. Solar e-rickshaw were built as an alternative to gas-powered cycle and auto rickshaw. They were introduced as an environment-friendly mode of transportation. British environmentalist has developed a solar-powered rickshaw with a small electronic motor. It's really good, easy to drive, smooth and makes no noise. Will help clean our city. Everyone wants to drive it. Sunray supply a battery pack. When fully charged, a e-rickshaw travels for 80 kilometers with top speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Three-wheeler has novelty value. It also helps to clean India and other parts of the world.
We've constructed a solar rickshaw which runs on solar power from the solar panels. So what we are doing is we're using a hub motor to give the drive to the rickshaw, which will be automated. We won't need the pedaling system. We've used a hub motor which is controlled by using a controller and using an accelerator. Okay. Alright. Next here we have the solar panel, which is giving DC current directly to the solar charge converter, which is going into the battery. Okay, the battery is being charged through the solar panels, and that is how it's working. So sunlight gives energy to the solar panel gives energy to the batteries, and the batteries run the motors, and the motor will run the rickshaw.